Okay, I think we're good. Hey, welcome, everybody. The delay messed me up a little bit, but we are here. It is Kaizer Chiefs versus Mamelodi Sundowns. This, of course, is the Overthinking Football Show, a watch-along of one of the bigger games that we have on the calendar. It's not just big in terms of like the Sundowns versus Chiefs. They've even been marketing this like it's a derby. They've been marketing this like it's going to be this incredible big game. They've done the press conference stuff they usually do with Pirates. Very, very, very interesting. Chiefs versus Sundowns. Chiefs, of course, number 3 in the league. 2 games played, 2 wins, no losses, no draws, and they have 6 points with a goal difference of +3. Whereas Mamelodi Sundowns has also played 2 games, 2 wins, no draws, and no losses, for 6 goals scored and 1 against for a goal difference of +5. Guys, you can follow along with the time using my timer over there. The timer is going to be following whatever's happening there. And yeah, let's comment. Let's talk about this. Fun. Welcome. Okay, so when we look at form over the past 5 games, Kaizer Chiefs has 2 wins, 1 loss, and 2 draws. These are the official games. We don't count the other ones, man, because the point. But the last time we saw them out, of course, was versus Amazulu, where they were 3-1 victors away to Moses Mapida. Then Mamelodi Sundowns, on the other hand, the last time we saw them out was the 24th of September versus Marumo Gallants, a game that they won 4-1. That was the score at the end of that game. Very, very good game. Their record is 4 wins and 1 loss. But get this. Since Chiefs played Gallants on the 14th of September, right, Mamelodi Sundowns not only played on the 1st of September, they also played on the 17th, the 21st, and the 24th. Chiefs only have, since the 14th, 1 game that they've played Amazulu. So, hey, there's a lot, man. There's a lot. I find the norm, man. I have to be objective, man, this game. I have to be objective. In terms of starting lineups, Mamelodi Sundowns has Williams in goal. Libusa, Kutsia, Kekana, Morena, Tshwane. Zwane actually gets a start. Allenda, Ribeiro, Matthews, and Reyners. That is how Mamelodi Sundowns is going to start this game. And then, of course, Kaizer Chiefs has Ntwari in goal. Frosla, Miguel, Dotley, Cross, Castillo coming in for Castillo coming in for why am I losing his name? Mart, Shabalala, Sereno Tuba, and Tiva Vairo. What's happening here? City says City drop points, and if Chiefs wins, this could be a good weekend for you. I hope so. Let's see what can happen here. Kaizer Chiefs with the first bite of the cherry. 3 minutes in, they have a free kick just in front of the Sundowns box. Let's see what Sereno can do. Guys, we just need a touch. We just needed a touch. Okay, last 5 games that these two have played against each other, Mamelodi Sundowns has 4 wins, there's been 1 draw, and Kaizer Chiefs is yet to win a game in the last 5 games. But also, in 8 tries versus Mamelodi Sundowns, Chiefs has not won any of their last 8 home games versus Mamelodi Sundowns, and that will tell you something. Then, of course, in defense, Inacio Miguel, this time last year, actually played Mamelodi Sundowns. In the AFL last year. So with Atletico Petróleos, Petro de Luanda, they got to play these guys during that time. So let's get into our thoughts about the game. It's going to be an interesting game. What's interesting is I think it's 2 teams that have similar appetite in a game. So they both want to go and attack. They both want to hit you as fast as possible, as quickly as possible. And the thing that we've seen that's different with this Mamelodi Sundowns as opposed to the Sundowns of old is that they don't want to waste time. They're not going to hold the ball. They're not going to be dominant in an attacking sense for 90 minutes or hold the ball for 90 minutes. They have 10-15 minutes where they're going to come out, they're going to play as hard as possible, that defense. They're going to come out and do those type of things for 20 minutes. It's not 30, 40 minutes. I compare Sundowns to Liverpool. Liverpool would always have 15 to 20 minutes in a game where they're just unplayable. For Sundowns, Ribeiro, Reyners, Matthews just turn it on for a good 20 minutes and then they relax. Kaizer Chiefs has a similar thing, but what they need to look out for is that crowds crowds can work with you and can work against you. Mamelodi Sundowns is used to playing in hostile territory in full stadiums. They do this versus Ahly, they do this versus those teams. So it's not going to be anything too different for Mamelodi Sundowns coming into this game. But what's interesting about Chiefs is a lot of these players are not used to full stadiums and the energy that comes with full stadiums. Sometimes you get so much energy that you want to do so much more. If you look at Chiefs in the game they played versus Gallants, in the game they played versus Amazulu, very early on they were all the way in, running all the way, trying, attacking, doing all that stuff. Everybody was happy, the stadium is alight, everything's on fire, you're doing well. But if you overdo it, it means that you can't do it for the rest of the game. And that is the fear that I have for Kaizer Chiefs in this game, that Mamelodi Sundowns, even though they also do go heavy attack at times in a game, they know how to relax, they know how to play the ball. They know how to calm it down. They know how to reserve energy when they need to reserve energy. They know how to play that type of game. Whereas Kaizer Chiefs in the past 2 games, and hopefully they fix it, but in the past 2 games, they've been incredibly strong for the first 30 minutes. And after that 30 minutes is done, they then struggle. So that is what's going to happen. That's what's going to be the big question. Can Chiefs, keep their composure? With a crowd that's behind you, with people are willing you forward. Sometimes if you overcharge a battery, it can ruin the battery. Same thing here. If you pull too much from the fans and play too hard, you can be hurt. Anyway, 7 minutes in, it is 0-0. The other interesting thing is when we watched the game where Amazulu played Chiefs and the game where Sundowns played Gallants, Chiefs has an issue that was similar to what Gallants has, where their left and right backs don't have adequate cover in defense. So the wingers usually have to come from far up to come and help the right or left back out. And the 2 guys in the middle usually don't have the type of communication that means that they can cover properly as 2 6s. The reason why I bring that up is that for Gallants did the same thing, where their right and left back, the only difference is that they were pushing out, and Sundowns was taking advantage of that space. Let's go, Ranga! Ranga Chiba Vairo, Chiefs, 1-0 up. 1-0 up versus Sundowns, 8 minutes in. Nazo? Let me change the score. Where am I? Let me change the score. Danko Chiefs. One nil Kaizer Chiefs. Okay, so what did I say? I told you guys, if you watched my preview, I think Chiefs will score early. The problem will be, can you finish off the game? That's the question. That will be the defining thing here. Because Chiefs did this versus Gallants. Even after they went down, they came back into the game, then they took the lead. They did this versus Amazulu, where they were 3-0 up very early on. Chiefs is they do well early. Problem is finishing off the game, but Ranga finally doing what we wanted him to do. Kuzuzi defense, man. One-on-one with Ranga. What I wanted to get into with Mamelodi Sundowns was their weakness. Their weakness is that defense is shaky at times, whether it be pace-wise, and they love leaving them in the 2. And if you can attack them very quickly and you can play the ball in, I would have gone with Dupreez just for pure pace, but Ranga is no slouch in that case. So Sundowns is going to leave 2 players in the back. You let them go and then you hit them on the counter. How long you can do that, I don't know. I'm a little bit worried, 10 minutes in right now, that the game might get to Gaston. The game might get to Gaston. He might be trying to do too much. Chiefs has changed some of his shape. Duba has gone to the other side because Duba hadn't been supporting Frosler the right way, so they moved him to the other side so that he can be the runner for Cross. You know what I mean? So instead of Cross having to leave the defense to go all the way up like he normally does, I think they've realized that they can't take that risk. So rather we bring a proper winger in and we allow Sirino to go inside and make it Sirino and Ranga up top. So Sirino, Ranga, 2 up top, and then have a traditional winger in Duba, a traditional winger on the other side that are meant to cover more than anything else. So let's see how the rest of the game is going to play out. They will lose this game, says Tyler. Mildly Wheat Down says Manuel. Bongani says Ranga, click, click, bang. As Paris fans, we love this, says Mukoni. Tshwane, welcome, Tshwane. Tatalento, ainabugozi, man. Ainabugozi, man. How? Tiwani, naivety, same as Cross. Yeah. I just spoke about it. They have the same, pretty much the same weaknesses in terms of defending, but the only difference is when Sundowns takes a lead, they can actually play the ball. They can hold the ball. Bukamili Oniman sometimes comes out and they can hold the ball and play it. Chiefs struggles with the rest of the game. So even if they were to go 2-0 up right now, by 60th minute, they would be losing the ball. They'd look like the old Chiefs, you know, because they'd be tired. What I'm liking about what's happening in this game is it doesn't look like Chiefs is coming to run 200 kilometers an hour. They're not going out all out right now as they had in the previous games, which is a sign of maturity that you have to keep something in the tank for the rest of the game. You can't use it all up early, especially versus Sundowns, who can hurt you. What's interesting with Mamelodi Sundowns is going to be Ribeiro and Tshwane. Personally, I don't believe Ribeiro and Tshwane can play together. I don't believe it. I believe Ribeiro had that 10 role, so buttoned up in the past few games without Tshwane, without Shalulile. It's allowing him to impact the game from 10. I think that's his strength. When Tshwane is there and he's asked to do something different, it becomes a bit tough. But I think the reason why Tshwane is in this game is so that Sundowns can have 3 up top at all times. When they have 3 up top at all times plus Tshwane, it forces Chiefs to be a little bit more controlled with the way that they go forward, with how they're going to attack. You can't commit cross, you can't commit certain players because you have to worry about those 3. So I think it was done. Oh, Sirino. I think it was done in, yeah, there we go. Play the game, not the occasion. Sirino. Mart, you are captain. Please speak to him. Mart, you are captain. Please speak to him. I'm worried about Sirino. I'm so worried about him. But that was, guys. Was it the hand? Okay, I guess. Oh, I'm worried about Sirino this game. I really am. Anyway, let's see. Can the game just finish, says Lucky? Mudisa says Ranga, yes. Bongani says, since when has Sundowns been playing long balls? I'm telling you, the plan is control Chiefs for the first half. Second half, you take off Tshwane and you play the way you played. The other games you've been playing. The front 4 is just there. Oh, Ranga. Oh, Ranga. Watch the run. Oh, go inside, boy. This is what I was intrigued with. You're not pressing Sundowns. We're letting them have the ball. I love it. That is something that Supersport did well. It's just that they got excited. Oh, those center backs. Ranga's gonna have a good day. Libusa is not there. That too, Ranga's gonna have a good day. Was that a shot? Okay. Bazothi sithathile lento. Bongani, since Nabi came to Chiefs, Libusa caught napping. What's with the booze? I can't hear them, luckily. Chiva is fearless. I like the pressure he puts on Sundowns defenders. This is... And I want my flowers. I want my flowers, Kafos. What did I say about Ranga last season? I don't want to see Ranga dropping into the 10. I don't want to see him dropping back and marking. He must stay on the edge of the defensive line. Actually, same with Dupreez. You don't want to see him dropping back. You don't want to see him doing all that stuff. Ranga's job today is to make sure that those two defenders are uncomfortable. If a ball is played out, he should be first port of call. Watch the cutback, guys. Watch the cut. What did I say about the right and left back? Because the wingers don't come back, you force your right back to have to go deal with someone. And when your right back goes to deal with someone, you need someone following in order to mark that space or to mark the runner. And what has been killing us in the past two games has been that thing, that our two sixes are not switched on enough to go and cover the right back when the right back has to go to a player, man. Oh, yes. Oh. Hey, yeah, this high line. This Sundowns high line. And it seems they put Cirino on the right-hand side, or Cirino's lining up that way. Martin Castillo, man, they have to wake up. Go and cover your right back. Go and help your right back out. Heaven. Everybody's saying Frostler's bad. Frostler's not bad. He just doesn't have support. Look, now somebody should be running into the space right behind, like right next to Frostler there. Cirino's late. And it's what he does to cross on the other side. But the problem is that they're going to attack us on that side, and that is the side that has been weak. Okay, let's see. Can you say Shapa Kosi? Shapa Kosi, Shapa! So Cirino's gonna no, he's gonna cost us. He's playing the occasion. Cirino being provoked to do mistakes. He's also playing out of position. I think instead of letting Shabalala run with Ranga, rather let Shabalala play the right wing and let Cirino basically play with Ranga up front. Run high line. Magnoba's directly on the halfway line. Yeah, that's true. More to exploit. There are going to be chances. Here comes a corner for MAMELODI Sundowns. They're bunching up the keeper. Guys, don't mark zonally when there's people on your keeper. Come on, guys. Nabi Paul, Libusa's very slow. Chivavairo is such a smart striker, man. Can't wait to keep the ball and play direct wingers. Mara Cirino Achafe must relax, says Mudise. Tabang says Cirino's very short-tempered. This early yellow is not good for us. He can easily get a red. I'm scared of that. I am really scared of that. Yo, see this high line? We're going to expose them. That's not where you want Ranga, man. Ranga, go to the front, boy. Don't drop back, man. Heaven. That's a red card on Cirino, says agent. We have a chance to at least to have 2 or 3 in attack. Frostler's like Gezana, they need backup when defending. True, but it's not even because he's a bad player, honestly speaking. It's because, guys, when you're one-on-one with a defender, when you're one-on-one with a winger, you have to make a choice. Do I push out and go to the winger, or do I let him expose me further down the line? The system is meant to be working. Right back pushes up, center back pushes right, DM pushes into the middle so that you still have a 4. Or DM covers right back directly, right? So now you're leaving him on an island. And the reason why I'm scared of that is usually attacks in the PSL this time, in recent years, don't come with one winger. They come with a winger and a midfielder, and possibly if you've got more striking options, it's 3 players that are then available. Which means if Frostler goes and he's got no cover, there's somebody who can run in behind him. Then there's somebody else who can stand in the spot. And now your DM Mart is usually late. He's always chasing the guy instead of being in that position before the guy gets there. So now you've misplaced one of your defenders. Your left or right back is gone. Your center back doesn't know whether to go and help or stay where I am because now I'm watching Mart, but he's late. Do I go to that guy? And then if I go to that guy and Mark is gone, there's a gap in the front. That's where the cutbacks come from. We saw it in the Amazulu game. It triggers. Everything triggers the next thing. So Frostler looks weak right now because he doesn't have cover. And because he doesn't have cover, everybody else is a step behind. Everybody else is a step behind. I'm scared of that Chiefs defense because this is the same problems we've had over the past few years, especially when defending. Those 2 6s. Hey. Unfortunately, Kendrick, I can't because of copyright. Alson Tabi says, I'm happy we scored first. Quarter attacking work so far. Yeah, suck them in. There's no need to rush. Suck them in. Aye, boy. Aye, boy. But it comes to the game, we'll switch on. I don't believe what I'm seeing with my eyes. Nabi has been studying Sundowns, says Bongani. Chivavairo is the literal definition of having a striker's first. Relaxa, Cirino, relaxa, boy. Relaxa, relaxa, relaxa. Relaxa. I'm worried. He's out of character. He's proving a point. Castillo's marking the last 10 minutes. Kendrick, okay. Sharp. Bongani says defense, yes, we shaky, but up front, we're doing okay. Ranga just needs support. Two men counter. 2-man counter. Castillo's also there. Castillo's good with his head, guys. Oh, where's Cirino? I'm worried for Cirino. I am very worried about Cirino. Nice, Mikel. Nice, Mikel. Oh, Rav. This is Mikel's second yellow card in 3 games. This is Mikel's second yellow card in 3 games. And if there's a team that can exploit that, it has to be Sundowns. It has to be Sundowns. Last time Cross had a yellow card too. But it's still early, 22 minutes. Let's see. Let's see. He needed to do that. He needed to do that. But that's usually not a yellow card, not this early. Hey, Serena out half time. He must go out. We can't play with 10 men. Apathy. Serena being this worked up is so funny. Like, we are. I don't understand. I don't understand. Chiefs will stay in the locker room at halftime, says Manuel. Our mid is afraid of the ball. Cross holds the ball, but no one comes to. Again, shades of old Chiefs. Shades of old Chiefs. Pace versus experience there. I'm not happy with these yellow cards. Libusa's my concern in that defense. These yellow cards. Nebi needs to speak to Serena and tell him to park his emotions. Also, keeper. Yeah, it's not a yellow, that one. It's not a yellow. Important players are getting carded too early in the game. I agree, Stellenbosch FC fan club. Bafana says we're going to end up with 10 men. Sad to watch. Says Ofumana, I'm a yellow card. Where's the DM to cover? This is all I'm saying. This is all I'm saying. What did I say during the week, during the show, the live show? What did I say? Whether it's been Mart Castillo, Mart Mtetwa, Mart Kemang Blom, Mtetwa Zwane, we still have a system problem there. For me, personally, I think it's a system problem. I think it's a system problem. Here's a question. If we're going to have Duba sitting so far back, right, and essentially we're playing like a back 5, back 6, would you have rather have started Mashiane in the left wing position, right, and then made sure that maybe Cross has a defender type player next to him, then you bring in Duba as an impact player in the second half? I don't know. How do you guys feel about that? You need to defend better and not get yellow cards. I think we're containing them quite well. Just the discipline, can't keep collecting cards. Oh, that ball is going to be very dangerous. Oh, Cross is going too far into the pitch, man. I don't like where Cross is picking up these things. Serena has always been short-tempered. No, that's true. That's true. But defender Rov. Thoughts on Castillo replacing Blom? I think I'm going to sound like a broken record, but I think it's a system problem more than it is a player problem. What they're trying to do is to play a modern type of double six where, you know, they do this Loya Sal at some time, Omunya Sal at some time. And I think sometimes it catches them out, that thing. Sometimes that rotation doesn't work well. And that's where we get caught out. I feel like we need to stop doing higher grade things. And if you're going to play a six, play one. There's the ball. There's the ball. Make sure there's the ball. Serino, man. Serino. Oh, the counter. Cover, 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 cover. Run all the way back. Don't stop in midfield. Cover him. Evan. We're running back on transition, and you're the defensive midfielder. You stop in. Come on, guys. Castillo's fitter. Yeah, I'd say that's the only thing. He's fitter than Blom. But in terms of the position, I don't think anything's gonna change really. Like the questions we're asking is not gonna change. Duba's the one to join the counterattacks. Tyler says, I'm worried about Chief scouting department. Why didn't they bring in a solid midfielder during preseason? Says Tyler. Can I argue with you, Tyler? I think we have proper midfielders. They just don't know what to do. And a lot of it has to do with Mart. A lot of it has to do with Mart. I think Mart takes his senior position, he takes his senior player position and his captaincy and all of that so seriously that that midfield goes how he goes. If he wants to attack now, Serino. I'm not feeling this, eh? I'm not feeling Serino in this game. Dubai is quicker, so he's tracking Morena and puts him under pressure in transition. But Taban, if you look at how we're doing it, is that we are sitting with a back six. And Dubai has been caught out a few times positionally. Wouldn't you rather have a back six with a left back, and then later on in the game, you bring in a Dubai to put pressure on Morena, 65th minute? I think I mean it more that way, that if you're going for defensive solidity right now, do it with a more defensive minded, more defensive minded player, and then come do. Ranga is going to enjoy his game at Chiefs. If you score in the big games, you tend to do well. You feed off of that. We should take advantage of Sereno's emotions. That's what I'd do, Kendrick. As if I'm a Sundowns fan, that's what I'm looking for. Place him under pressure, ask questions of him, do all of those type of things just to get him off of his game, because you can already see not only is it positionally not playing the position that he was playing last time in the first two games, but also, man, maybe he's got some bad blood there. Okay, no, I was just asking. Mudisa says, if only Sereno comes to the party, Mart forever taking the blame. No, I'm not. That's why I said my blame is not to Mart. My blame is the freedom given to the midfielders. And what I'm seeing or I'm thinking is that Mart's seniority gives him the... Oh, no. Mart's seniority gives him the control of the midfield. Just kick the ball out, Sereno. Just kick it out. Yeah, please. So in that midfield, when he goes missing, I think he's doing it because he's the captain. Somebody needs to just say, guys, either Mart or Castillo, just stick. Don't move. Don't go anywhere. Just stick, man. That's all. Your job is to stand in front of the defense. Your job is to close that cutback space. The other one can run around. The other one can go and assist the left or right backs, can do all of those things. Yeah, great, man. Ref seems to favor Sundowns a lot. A lot has been happening here. Dubai's quality, that touch. Fananom says, this is Sundowns' game to lose. You have stabilized Sereno and Miguel. Use that to your advantage. Exactly. Shabalala's having a game, says Modise. There we go. Good defending by the boys. I hear you, but will Happy give us what Dubai does in attack? We attack and score now, then later. Well, how many attacks have we had? Let's be honest. And when we've been attacking, has Dubai been part of it? Think about the runner goal. Think about when Du maybe might have gotten that. Oh, Nkosiami. Central defender. Z-man. CTMs. Every time. What did I tell you guys? There's a gap because they're not talking. There's a gap because they're not talking. Mamelodi Sundowns has just equalized. Mamelodi Sundowns just equalized. It is 1-1. Midfield gap. Watch. You win the header. Ball is played back. All of them go to one person. Look at where Castillo was. Header, one, right? Bam. Instead of one of them going the other way, actually it's Miguel that was the problem there. But instead of going that way, all of you do this. Utotli, no, not writing, have even changed sides. Guys. Guys, I think the plan is not going how we wanted. That's the problem. You said we have CDMs. No, I said we have players. They don't have the right system. Don't do that to me, Tyler. Greatly, you will be punished for not playing Tattoo. It thrives in games like this. Actually, Stellenbosch FC fan club, I'm sure Mteto could be the sixth man. Just leave him. Don't move. Mart, go and have fun, but someone needs to stay, man. CDMs drifted wide. Kaizer Chiefs fans celebrating Aibo. We were knocking. What a finish as agent. What a strike. Mid disjointed again and losing the second ball. Gaps open in defense. Danko Tabang. What a goal. What's that positioning from the keeper? Now Sundowns will be turned on. As a Paris fan, I'm disappointed. Do you know what? I'm not worried about Sundowns being turned on. I'm worried about Chiefs turning off. That's what I'm worried about. Chiefs turning off. Nice cover, boy. Nice cover. Thank you. But again, they're too late in the middle. Oh, Nkosiam. Look at where Frostler has to go. Guys, am I the only one saying this? I don't understand. There's no communication. If Sundowns turns up the volume on that midfield and that defense, they're going to be in 6s and 7s. No one's communicating. Like, it was so bad. At one point, you have your left back inside, but your two center backs are sitting like this. Oh, who took the shot there? Who took the shot? Your two center backs are standing like this. And there's nobody on. Oh. Who was that? Hey, Ribeiro's up for this game. Ribeiro up for this game. Ribeiro deserves the armband. He bleeds for this team. One mistake, one goal. If we're taking the chances, what a game. The ball was out. Was supposed to be won by our CDMs. Exactly. Bafana, we need to capitalize. Chiefs have an outstanding goal. Gulibusa. You know what conversation we must have one day? We must have one day on the show. And I'm glad. I think it was Uvelile who brought it up the one day. Do our teams work on their dead balls, like corners and things like that? Because you don't necessarily. Oh, Nkosiame, man, guys, you can't be sloppy. You can't be sloppy. Not like this. Like, I love our back four. It's just that they get put into tough situations all the time. Both teams to score smiling all the way to the bank. 17 and 18 and 8 not combining. Thank you, Brampo. Ntwari is a very bad keeper, says Wise. We need to win second balls. I wonder if Steve Compella celebrated each goal. He's having the time of his life at Sundowns. He even Shabatram Steve before they come out. How did Tashri come back to SA Mara? Left side is our weakness. I'm scared of the right-hand side. Oh, right-hand side of Chiefs. It's just that nobody has exposed Cross yet. Cross is often alone. Our weakness are cutbacks and second balls. Yet Danko. Our weakest link right back. Ntwari is working so much and saving us. Wesley says Chiefs will be known for the first 20 minutes in all games. Wesley, thank you. I wish we could rewind this live. Even if you watch my reviews and stuff like that, my previews, I said the same thing. Guys, the difference between Chiefs and Sundowns. There's the ball. Oh, Nkosiam. There's the ball. Oh, Sundowns has made it two. Sundowns has made it two. Sundowns has made it two. Sundowns has made it two for that defense.
Ziyakhala and Ziku loudspeaker and I couldn't do it off. I no couldn't do it off. I Ziyakhala get much. I Ziyakhala get much.
Guys, support. Do these guys not talk? That's all I want to know. Do these guys not talk? Do these guys not say, hi guys, there's somebody who's standing behind you? Yes, we used to sit down and go, men behind. Now, what about this? What about that? I say it was offside. Even if you can say it was offside in Kwanyan, they've done that 3 times now. They've done that 3 times. 3 times. Gates are now open 4 goals. Your form is temporary, class is permanent. Who's getting yellow now? Didn't our assistant get a yellow card last time? Again. Here's where leadership plays a big role. Number 1, you need somebody who's vocal enough to organize that thing. Or to say, guys, it's happened 2 or 3 times now that it's happened. Yeah, it was offside. 2 or 3 times now we've seen the same motion happen. 1. But then number 2, the game is hot now. So you need an adult to say, guys, calm down. I don't want to see my assistant coach getting yellow cards. Second time now that our assistant coach has gotten a yellow card. Last time it was goalkeeper coach. Also condolences to him. He lost his mother, Elias. Nazo. Like, you need a calm presence now to say, "All right, guys, it's fine. We've got 7 minutes to halftime. Let's not make the same mistakes that we've made. Let's not make the same mistakes. Let's not do all of those things." Don't press him. Don't press him. Don't press the, oh, there goes Reynolds. Reynolds on his bike again. Oh, what a bad pass. Morena. Surely at this point we all know that you don't press Sundowns like that. I don't know. There should be an analyst that says something, no? Leave him. Don't go to Williams. Leave him alone, guys. Who's injured now? Yo, let me see. I benefited and I'm happy. You benefit. Kaizer Chiefs is back to its own bad behavior. Kosnat says, Blom, we need you. Fananom says, step out for a minute and come back, and it's 2. Agent says, this over the head ball. What did I say? Kaizer Chiefs captain is the weakest link, says Uvelile. I see 4 or 5 past Ntwari, says Sugar Spice. Mudisa says that was an offside. It was the keeper coach last game. My over 2.5, says Uspiro. Offside, but guess what, Tini? Told you ref favoring Sundowns. Nabi, warm welcome to South Africa. This is Mzansi YY says sugar. Kaizer Chiefs must equalize. It was an offside. Lol. I said I was happy. We're not pressing them in the first 15. Now they're pressing. In the last 10. Critical, kind of in critical phase of the game. You now decide to go press. Kaizer Chiefs players look tired. We don't have players, says Mali. Marabiti, leave me alone, man. I'm not happy with the assistant ref. Duba was running too much, lungs gone. Agent. I said it in the live. I said it in the review of last time's game. I said it in the preview of this game. Problem with Kaizer Chiefs and what is going to be the deciding factor of this game. The deciding factor of this game is going to be Chiefs runs hard for 25 to 30 minutes at the beginning of the game. They did the same versus Gallants. They did the same versus Amazulu. And now they're doing it versus Sundowns. And I said in the preview that Chiefs will score first, but what will happen is for the rest of the game, Sundowns around 60th minute, they'll be able to do something. They've done it a lot earlier. But the moment they run too much in the first 20 minutes, and then, oh, now it's not allowed. Now the iPad is not allowed. Wait, guys, now the iPad is not allowed. Now the iPad is not allowed. Now. Anyway, I guess we'll have that conversation some other day. Now all of a sudden you're not allowed to use that iPad. The fans must calm down now. But the fans must calm down. Everybody needs to just calm down. Please, can everybody calm down? Anyway, let's go to the halftime now before Kaizer Chiefs equalizes. Yeah, they push too hard and they sit back. They push too hard. Anyway, as I was saying, the key difference between Mamelodi Sundowns and Chiefs is not the attack. Sundowns also has 10, 15, 20 minutes of in the game of pressure, of putting people under pressure and going to go score. The difference is they can hold the ball and they can calm the game down. They have the experience enough. When I said at the beginning of the game that you see this whole thing, full stadium and all that, it suits Sundowns more than it suits Chiefs because now you can even see the emotions. Serino's emotions are gone, the coach's emotions are gone, the assistant emotions are gone, all of these things. And fine, some of these things are not in our favor. I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about our reactions because the moment you start breaking down, that's what Sundowns wants. That is exactly what Sundowns wants. When you start doing things out of character, you're now pressing them. You're now doing weird things. Na kapana, na complainer, na pushana. Sundowns does this to the 10th degree. They go to Wydad and do this. They've gone to Ahly and had to go through this with fans that are far more hectic. So, as I said in the beginning of the game, how much will this affect some of the Chiefs players? That they mustn't play. The example I used in the preview was there was a game where TS Galaxy played Sundowns last season. TS Galaxy took a lead, right? And I remember Hugo was running into the stands and jumping onto fans and they were doing all those different things. Nobody had the wherewithal or the leadership enough to say, guys, calm down. Calm down. There's no need to do any more. Just relax on. Anyway, guys, halftime. I'm going to let 6 people in. We'll have a conversation about what we're seeing in the game. And we'll just analyze some of the things. And if we can get to 25,000 likes, then we can carry on. I'll leave it open in the second half and you'll be able to jump in. How you jump into the halftime call, bottom of your screen, it says multi-guest if you're on TikTok. You click on that, you get into the queue, and then I let you in so that we can have a conversation about this. But remember, you have to be following me for that. Wait, let me just make sure of something. There's nothing wrong using the gadget. It should not be used for VAR, hence the ref. Guys, but then what's it going to help? What's it going to help? Will it review? Will it change the decision? Even with VAR, they watch it on replay and they decide. It's not going to change anything. Having that screen there doesn't change anything. Maybe it's because they were making a noise that I can get behind. But why would you get rid of the gadget? You know, the ref blow the whistle without being sure who. I don't. Hey, I don't talk about refs, guys. Usually, I don't want to talk about refs. They're watching the game. It's not used to challenge the decision of the officials. But Mr. T, you can't challenge it. I think that's the point I'm trying to make. You can't challenge it. Whatever they say is not going to change it. So if you get rid of it, what's going to happen? What's the difference between that and me complaining? You know, maybe it was just the way they did it. That I can get behind. I hope Sundown scores again. I don't see the impact of Castillo. There's nothing wrong with using a gadget. Ish coming in second half. Is it for Duba? I remember the game Sundowns equalized. Exactly. Sirino has been out of this game. They plays a pass. Let's see what Ranga can do. Oh, Ranga, you're doing too much, boy, but it's good you didn't lose the ball. Thank you. Mart, push up, boy. The one time we need you to actually push up, you don't push up. No, give it to Ranga. Fade into Ranga. Zakala, now the host is blaming the crowd. No, lyrical Pope. Hey, well, now you don't understand. You know what's funny? You know what's funny? I'm not blaming anything. I'm telling you. I said this before the game. I said this before the game that a lot of these Chiefs players have not played in front of crowds like this. I said it in the previous games that we played, the 2 games we played, that the crowd has had an effect on Chiefs, that they are up. So when they have the ascendancy, they go all the way up and go over. I said it at the beginning of the game, when you overcharge a battery, charging is good, but if you overcharge it, it could hurt the battery. Sundowns does this every day. You think a crowd affects Sundowns. So it's not to say, they're losing because of it. No. It's psychologically, these are the things you have to look out for. We spoke about leadership in the middle of the week where we said they need a leader who's standing up and saying, guys, relax on. I spoke during the week, I spoke about a Patrick Mabedi and Thabo Moki. For you to have a Jabu Pule and all those guys, you need to have those type of players who are also going, hey, gents, relax on. It's okay. It's fine. These are all factors. And these are things that you have to think about, right? Chiefs gives their all first 30 minutes. It's amazing. We love it. But do they have enough left in the tank for the next 90, for the next 60? Sundowns, on the other hand, knows at times they can go back to Williams. They can play the triangles. They can keep possession. They can frustrate. They can calm down. I use the example of Utito for Pirates. The example of Utito for Pirates. In the game that they were playing Disciples, remember when the game that Jomo said he changed and watched the English Premiership? Tito, done videos before, Tito has the wherewithal to go. The game is like this right now. The minute right before he dribbled that ball back to his goalkeeper, it was up and down. They were losing possession. It was going back and forth. Nobody could hold the ball. Tito, no, I'm going to take it and calm things down. Chiefs doesn't have those type of things where you can go, you made too much, let's calm down. Sundowns, Williams can do it. You have your Islanders on the pitch who can do it and control. Abu Kutseo can do it and control. That's just the truth of the 2 different teams, you know? But anyway. Well done, Chief. It's not done. Dupreez for Sirino. Move Shabalala to the middle. Very interesting move, that one. We need Vilakazi to play that side of his men. Dubai is too quiet. No midfield runners for Chiefs. No shots from the edge of the box. And Sundowns leave that space. Martin is just watching that space. Chiefs will score cassette piece. Let's get to 15K likes before the halftime show. Shabalala can do that. Truly speaking, Sundowns can't be affected by the crowd. You see? Those are all things that play into this. When you hype up a game also, how does that affect you going into that game? Like, for example, Sirino has been emotional in this game. He's been emotional. Let's be honest. He's been trying too hard to do a lot of things. There was a point where he had dropped into the 6 and he was collecting the ball. He's obviously got the yellow card. He's falling and doing all that stuff. These are all things that play into this, guys. All things that play into this. Is Reynolds? Yeah, I think so. I believe he should be. Yeah, he should be top goal scorer right now, guys. Reynolds scored the second goal. Okay, there we go. We're going into half time. Let me see who was here. So okay, Kumo. Okay, Prampo. Hey guys, I'm so sorry. It's jumping.
I'm having words here with Kumbuza at the end of what has been a thoroughly
Okay. And Usbu. Okay, I'm gonna get straight into it. Guys, leave the ref alone. Hey, Maranani. Yo, drama ikana. Let me go to 014. 014. Welcome to the show, my brother. How are you?
I'm good in yourself, Mr. OT.
Nah, I'm good. Hey, I'm okay. I'm okay. Tell me, how do you feel about this game?
I'm very good from Chiefs in terms of the mid block. I love it. I love it. I love it. I was not expecting it. I was speaking to members in the group. I was saying, Sundowns is struggling against this mid block. I'm surprised, right? But their ability to realize that it's a mid block that's putting their players in 3-against-1 situations on the wings and starting to support their outward players and their fullbacks really, really did play a crucial part for Sundowns. They saw that mid block. They knew that they just need to increase player marking, that high press. Something like a Gegen press was very nice. I like that Mangoba ball is very progressive. If it was Rulani, after going one down, we would have still been trying to balance the play, moving the ball side to side, one pass through the middle. But I like that, they didn't sit back. I love that from Sundowns. We're not going to talk about that other goal. That's not a real goal. That didn't happen. That's a lie. We're not going to talk about it, because we know. Please, members, don't talk about that goal. But very, very good from Chiefs. Honestly, very, very good from Chiefs. Now it's just a matter of them keeping their composure and trying to get this game back. It's not impossible.
Okay. Let me go to Prampo. Prampo, welcome to the show. How are you?
All about gents, more space in Galfed. OT.
Yeah.
Today, stop complaining, please. We are cooking. Coach, we're like 10%. We're 10%. There's something that I pick up this game. Sunday they're not playing usual the way they used to play. Chiefs, they are observing pressure. And for me, what I'm do today says different player altogether. My worry is gear one, Reina. Gear Frosla, like Casilos. That's the only problem that we have. If they can take, Casilos, Blom, we are coming back because we have like a raggy freeway. Because Casilos was again. It's not somebody can go back and get the ball. You understand? It doesn't bite. And the first line always is lost. It doesn't know where you want. But it's considered today, I'm happy. Even you can lose, but it will not direction. That's what matters most. And one thing that I hate most, or one referee sometimes, if you don't have to talk about referee, at the end of the day, they're going to spoil this game. Seriously. And the one supporters, they'll end up throwing something in the stadium.
They
have to. Yeah, we understand. That's the thing that they'll destroy this game. Referee, what are providing? Let me just stop there. Leadership.
Okay. I'm gonna come back, Prampo. Let me go to Kumo. Kumo, welcome to the show. How are you? Mankimbinati Kumo.
Bathun Jesu like how low are the standards good Chiefs? Issue 4 Torre, there was a great play. But anyway, I get that. My thing with today we were exposed, especially like Lubusa, and Lubusa has been slow. And he was able to actually get away with things because he's always been the taller guy, the more masculine guy. Now Ugrila match and like his defensive frailties have come to the fourth. One Kalohang. Oh my word, like how awesome of Tashik Matthews today. I get no guys, we've got a star there, we've got a star. Granted, we were slow to start, we didn't hit the ground running, but then again, what do you expect? So it's difficult to play against Muti. Allegedly, Rabaiti. It's well documented. So all I'm saying, man, you know what? Get goal. Yeah, me too. It's a goal. I see history. It's not a boogeyman. In what's recording the goal. It might have been offside, but you know what? Who cares? Who cares? Go look at goal. But you can't deny the execution. I like how we play. Whenever we go forward, we look menacing. Mara le Makisa Veang Duba against Morena. Chiefs. But yeah, guys. So yeah, let me give those interview a chance. We'll discuss much more in detail.
Kuma hauna ditlhong le benefitile ka goal ye o ntse e bona ke offside ha o qeta hore Chiefs grounding ya rona o tletse ditlhare. What about the snake se lena se letlang ka sona mehla ye? Wait, hey.
Everybody just pissed off.
Ati kuma ska fufuletsa assembly. This fufuletsa already ke referee ena e bapalang le lona. Le lona se lena le referee. A bongile thomo kwa Pirates le lona le adoptile. Yo, ga sala rona. Na tshurena ga sala re sena referee. Shit.
Oh, usted busca roja. Tan bloquista.
High fair taba e. Abana taba ya di referee ona piotin honestly high fair.
Okay, get that hoot. Let me go to Agent. Agent, 2-1, Mamelodi Sundowns leading halftime. How do you feel about it?
What do you do, Mel?
How are you doing, Agent?
I'm not getting. Let me start by I'm not here to nurse anyone's feelings. Like I'll nurse your feelings tomorrow. Now I'm not here to nurse your feelings. You know, if the goal didn't count, it's fine. No, let's say it's 1-1. But it's Rothman's Cup in Klopkop. If Rothman's Cup is not in Klopkop, then it's 2-1. Is this not the 80s? This is our 80s. You guys are winning cups left, right, center. Like I said, I would never ever feel ashamed of benefiting against Chiefs. They've been benefiting all these years. I need to benefit for my entire life. My lifetime. Listen, Oti, I need to benefit in my lifetime. Maybe my kids will forgive you, not me. Me, I have to benefit in my lifetime against Chiefs. Please. Please, I don't want to hear anything. You know, if you want to return our goal, you know, if this is not a goal, then please bring back our cup. And many other cups that you robbed us in. But it's fine. Okay. You were saying, Oti? Okay.
Very quickly. Yes, thank you. The game very quickly because it took time.
But no, I get it. But anyways, you did say that Chiefs will score first. And then you say what will happen is they're gonna run to steam and Sundowns will attack, and that's what you saw, you know. And even so, Duba, his lungs were gone, you know, by the 30th minute, you know. So it's the rock and roll type of football, you know. You can't sustain it. You need to build it over time, you know. So while you're building it over time, you have to do it in phases. You can't do it for 30 minutes straight. You know, you are gonna get exposed. And let me quickly just touch on the tablet thing. I think I don't know, but I don't recall the conversation well. I think Abutukus will come and help. But we did say that I said that the tablet is not allowed, but I think he said something along the lines of that it is allowed. The problem is we don't have to use it against the opposition, like against the ref. You don't have to show the ref the thing that this is what has happened, you know. So that's where the problem comes in, you know. So I think Abutukusu once clarified that issue because I once heard it, you know. And Libusa, Shem, and William start to blame for that goal. Libusa should have been more strong. William should have been braver. But both of them get the blame. But otherwise, Cirino is playing the game, the occasion of the game. So he needs to be substituted if you guys want something, you know. And cross into one, I'm gonna merge them into one thing. That's so naive. They trust the speed, you know. And for how long? For how long? You saw how T1 was exposed, you know. And I think we have the deadliest front three in SA football. Thank you.
Okay. 014. Second half, what would you change for both teams in order for them to win? And what's your score prediction?
I wouldn't change much. Honestly. Maybe Blom, take out Mart. I feel like he's not really that good going forward. I've always had an issue against Mart. But honestly, my score prediction, I still think Chiefs can get something out of this. I'm honestly serious. If an offside run, broke that mid block, then obviously they'll just have to change and ensure that that offside run doesn't occur again. I'm telling you, I see Chiefs scoring maybe 2 goals and getting back to this. I
can I ask
genuinely
you,
do. Maybe
can I ask you the positioning of the players? So, for example, Cross was a lot more central than maybe he should be. We've seen that ball now played a couple of times, and yes, fine, it might have been offside or whatever, but we've seen that ball a couple of times. Shouldn't that be something they look at? Because my feeling is Zwane is going to come off at some point. Ribeiro's going to go into the middle. Then they're going to play that 2 wide thing with Matthews and Reyners chasing, because they know Chiefs will have to chase. How do you feel about the positioning of the defense?
You know, like you're saying, it is something that has happened before, but you know, these are professional players. These are minor errors that they're going to see. And I don't think that Sundowns will break this down. I'm sorry. I just don't see it being a moment of panic. Okay. I've seen Sundowns struggle too many times against any form of block. You understand? That's really where I'm coming from, where their wingers feel isolated, even if they try to spread it wide. Their wingers are isolated again, so they're still gonna play that high line. Believe you me, I'll come back at the end of the match when we are reviewing it again, and you'll see that high line, and you'll see Chivaviro taking advantage, or they'll even play Dupree's ball and see that amazing counter that we know Dupree is good at. I'm telling you, it's gonna be very simple. Score prediction: 3-2. They're coming back.
Okay, 3-2 to Chiefs. Let me go to Prapo. What should they change for the second half, both teams? And then what's your score prediction?
As if you like now, I can take you in between. Anyway, Matwagasa Munchi because captain. Obakas lose. Oganya Blom, Duba out, so Aganya Radini. Baragmandare Pano Dupree. You understand? Okay. Because like now, the only way to attack Sundowns, you have to push more speedy player. And in the middle field, we have to get somebody else who can able to pinpoint the balls. You understand? After that, we don't say Serino, Vilakazi.
Okay.
And the score is we're gonna score 2 goals. Well, now we're gonna not to lose. If we go all out to attack, let's attack.
Okay, Prampo. Let me go to Kuma. What should the 2 teams change in the second half to win the game? And then what's your score prediction?
So far we've got the momentum, ne? I would like to have another goal from Sundowns before we bring on the likes of Yomukulise. Maybe someone speedy, because like we wanna suffocate them with our pace, with like I don't want to give them much chance. They can bring on whoever, because clearly they do not have depth. As much as Sereno is playing so bad, who are you gonna replace him with? Come from the Vilakazi. We don't want, as if this game. This is a game of consequences, ne? So in terms of score, prediction, I'm foreseeing 4-1. Maybe they'll get it like here and penalty. Penalty will always save us, so it's fine. 4-1.
Let me go to Austin Tabi. But in Cup time, both teams, if they want to win this game, and then score predictions, how's ring?
Up to here, I think I can draw a little bit how na the other way. How can I put a fella baba pressa, but try a pressa bafana rababona. Ake, baba, Matikuri and Antonia Rascas or Mariati na honest. Hoba Matina Tamele Nakapumula, Febanavan chance, because I have money looking on sides and come on. Hi.
Or
fella draw your net up and pay. Yeah.
Okay, Austin Tabi. Let me go to Agent. What should the 2 teams change going into the second half to win the game overall? And then what's your score prediction?
The first thing that I wanted to say is that Maipuni, we've had 4 corners, only 3 of them were ruled out. So if the referee is poor, he's poor for both sides. But anyways, I'm moving away from that. I think not so much as the personnel. How many times have we seen that Reina's goal and scored by Reinas for that matter? You know, it's the same goal. It's like they're playing FIFA, so you have to stop that thing, because it's gonna come again and again and again. And in build up for this game, you talked about that long ball, that over the defense ball. even if it's an offside, let me know their feelings. Even if it's an offside, you're not supposed to be caught there from the get-go, you know? You have to defend better, you know? And again, the high line. You're playing the high line against 3 speedy attackers. Make it make sense, you know? And again, I understand the fan sentiments, you know. I hope the coach, because I saw him being emotional, he's not gonna give an emotional what is it called? Halftime prep talk, you know, because it's the same advice that I think we gave to was it Polokwane, you know, or was it Gallant? So we said 2-1 loss is okay, you know. You don't be desperate, don't be foolish, you know. You can even go until this 80th minute and then go look for that equalizer, you know. So stay in the game, first 10 minutes, stay in the game, you know. Don't be desperate. You need 1 goal, and draw for Chiefs is as good as a win, you know. Yes, Chiefs is the biggest team, but know where you are, you know, and respect where you are and the opponent that you're playing against. Stay in the game, you know. And then I think that's the most important thing. In terms of substitutions, I think for Sundowns, I think we need Motsepe back. Tshwane looks like he's not fit for this game. I think for now, that's the only substitution that I would make. You know, I don't know if you bring in Mudiba or you bring Murang that side and bring on Motaung. You know, I think because we need Motaung. And then for me, Sereno, I don't know if he's a player that can be substituted, but I will substitute him because I don't trust him. You know, and then I think the main thing is take out Castillo, put it a Blom, because the Blom marked. It wasn't so bad. It was bad, but it wasn't as bad as this one, you know. Because Castillo's natural instinct is to go forward. Blom's natural instinct is to stay. In as much as they expose at least these numbers in the third, you know. So I think those are the main substitutions that I'd make. And even maybe take out Uduba for Vilakazi, because I still think that Vilakazi is a bit more mature than Uduba in terms of playing, even though he does those second things. But I still think that he's more mature, you know. And again, another way you can do it is take out Duba and bring out what is this guy, Saile, you know, because we can see that Libusa is struggling in terms of physique, and Saile is going to there and bully the defense and also his speed. So I think Saile is the main one that I would bring in together with Oblom for Martin Duba. Yeah, for Costa. Yeah, thanks.
For prediction?
I still think that it's a difficult game to predict. Are they going to come out? If they're going to come out and do something stupid, it's going to be 4-1, you know. But I think, yeah, it can end this way, but I feel like Chiefs will do something stupid and it can end with a tennis score, yeah. And don't play a tennis game with Sundowns.
Yeah.
Respect the team, you know. Yeah. Don't make it a tennis score, a tennis game, because you're going to get a tennis score. Thank you.
Okay, no, Agent, thank you so much, guys. We are in the second half. Please add 45 to whatever my timer says right there, and you'll have the actual time. Thank you so much for the gift. Okay, guys, do you know what frustrates me? My frustration is not that Chiefs looks weak at times and whatever. My frustration is you can't repeat the same mistakes week in, week out. If you've analyzed Sundowns, or we've watched Sundowns the past few games as we have done here, you know that there's going to come a time where they're going to be hitting you wide and they're going to try to take your left back out of the game. If you look at what Chiefs is doing right now, Duba is covering Cross. Cross pushed up, Duba is playing in a 4. So effectively, you've just done the same thing. I don't understand why, right? Secondly, the second thing that they're doing over again, you have to cut up your game and portion it for the whole game. If you're going to be attacking, don't attack hard for 30 minutes knowing that you are not going to be there for the rest of the first half and the rest of the game because you're going to be tired. Rather make it a 15-minute attack, ni relax. These guys were tired. Thirdly, don't play the game, not the occasion. I feel like there's Chiefs players who are playing the occasion. They're looking at this game, Sereno's looking at this game and saying, it's my former club, I've been the person who's important. Look at that guy on the side. Look at that guy on the side. Oh, Nkosiam. Oh, thank you. Relaxani. It's a game. It's a league game versus Sundowns. It means 3 points, guys. It's 3 points. It's not 6 points. It's not 8 points. It's not special because the stadium is full and all of that stuff. Switch on and just play your game. Sereno was playing out of his position. He was kicking people. Kamo is getting the yellow card. He's losing balls. He's doing all those things because he's playing a different game than what this calls for, right? keep playing what you need to play. And if you can pressure those guys, oh, yes. Again, same mistake. That defense. Is nobody talking? Is nobody talking to say, guy, come back? So, nangomuntu. I saw Mart. I'll give him credit. I saw Mart there when he was chasing at Uzwane. He was already pointing to say, look at the other side. There's somebody there. So I think what Chiefs needs to work on for me is going to be, guys, calm down. You don't need to play for 30. You have to play for 90 minutes. It's not a 30-minute game. Even if you're 3-0 up versus Sundowns in 30 minutes, it doesn't mean that the game ends there. You still have 60 minutes to play. Defense, just talk. I'm at the point where I don't care who's there, guys. I don't care. I don't care if it's Msimango Nditokwe or if it's Dotley, if it's Quinika, if it's Frosla, if it's Cross, if it's Mashiane, if it's Dove, if it's Mart and Castillo or Martins Banban. I don't care. At this point now, as those professional players that do analysis and all of those things, I'm expecting them to go, guys, we need to control that mid. Oh, Tibang. When are you going to Tibang versus Sundowns? You need to control the mid. And controlling the mid means, can somebody stick? And can somebody go and support the left or right wings? You can't be late. You can't do weird stuff. You just have to go and support. That's what's making me angry. The same shandis every week. When it comes to Mamelodi Sundowns, they've had a game. I think Sundowns, what I said in the preview is that the difference between Chiefs and Sundowns is going to be that Sundowns is more experienced and more used to these type of things. When Sundowns goes all out for 15 minutes, they also know that there'll come a time where they can give it to Ronwen Williams. Ronwen can play it with Kutsia, with Allender. They can knock the ball around and turn down the heat of the game. Chiefs doesn't have the ability to hold the ball. So the big problem that was going to happen was Chiefs was going to take the lead, and then they wouldn't be able to hold the lead because they don't know how to control a game. Sundowns knows how to control a game. And what Sundowns is waiting for right now in the second half is that, you know what, come 65 minutes, Chiefs is going to have to go look for a goal, or they're going to feel like they have to go look for a goal in front of this crowd. And what's going to happen is they're going to push too many people forward and they're going to be caught out. If you're watching what's happening right now, it's what I'm telling you about holding the ball. Nobody's coming to fetch the ball. Nobody's opening up to play the ball. All of the players are now lining up at the front as if they're waiting for one long ball to go over and they're going to go score. And that is not how you're going to play this game. That is not how you're going to play this game. They need to play. When they're playing in that first 30 minutes, similar to how they played versus Gallants, similar to Amazulu, there was a time where their confidence is high, they're passing the ball around, they're chowing time. You wait for the right time, Sirino plays it. Sundowns has been doing that for the last, I don't know how many years. Sundowns have played in front of big crowds. Sundowns has done all of that stuff. So for me, I think Sundowns doesn't need to do much here. There'll come a time when it's a 60, 65 minute, Zwane is going to come off, Ribeiro's going to drop in. They know that they're going to be transitioning. They're going to be waiting for Chiefs to make the mistake and then jumping on them. So yeah, I think that's what's frustrating me. We have a game plan for when we attack. We don't have a game plan for when we're defending. And we're making the same mistakes as we had been making. I don't know what this game's going to look like later on in the game. I don't know if the Chiefs players can catch their breath and calm down. I don't know if Sundowns can score at that point, but that's the big difference between these teams. Literally the only difference in terms of what they play is Sundowns can attack for 15 minutes and hold the ball after. Chiefs can attack for 15 minutes and look incredible, but they can't hold the ball after that. They can't play after that. To be fair, Nabi said Kaizer Chiefs is at 20% progress. No, I don't mind it. But guys, you can still be angry. Especially if this thing, you see, Fananom, what grinds my gears about the situation is, I would understand if it was a mistake that wasn't leading to us conceding goals. I'd understand. Like if it was a mistake where, you know, Chiefs, Martin and Castillo are so bad, but, you know, we haven't been conceding. We're not under pressure a lot of the times. It's a small thing that needs to fix. For example, going forward, Duba's positioning or Shabalala's positioning at times, how do you tweak that to make it a little bit better? At the moment, it's something that's making you concede goals and putting your defense under real pressure. Then I'm like, so those things have to be sorted out ASAP. Those things have to be sorted out ASAP. Okay, here comes Kaizer Chiefs. I'm going to go back to reading your guys' comments here. 25,000 guys. If you can get to 25,000 likes, tapping the screen, I will open it up and everybody will get a minute to come in and tell me what they think of what they're seeing. Sundowns will score another 2 goals with Sugar Spice. Chiefs is still a serious project. Martin Castillo is a no for me. Guys, when Ribeiro drops to 10 and they take Tshwane off, we'll see. We're going to be chasing ghosts. We're going to be chasing ghosts. Look at Martin. He's done. He's tired because he's playing everything instead of just going, stay behind. Just sit back, my guy. Just sit back. Oh, look at that. They're not talking, man. They're not talking. Mart, stop holding the ball. Okay, then open up for it. Open up for the pass. Oh. Nazo. Chivas dropping back. Oh, hey, what's again? Let's see. Pulling a jersey and no yellow card. Even that one by Chiva should have maybe been a yellow there. One has to be dropped and Mart in. What did Fish say? You can't play Castillo and Mart at the same time. You can't. You can't. We all know this. But I guess the question I ask Fish is, how much of a difference is Castillo and Mart to Mart and Tshwane to Mart and Mtetwa to Mtetwa and Tshwane? What is the difference? Do we have a fundamental difference when those guys are playing? I don't see it. If I'm being 100%. I asked a question during the week. I was just like, defensively and midfield-wise, have we gotten that much better outside of Sirino in attack? Have we gotten that much better? Is Dotley and Miguel that much of an upgrade from Msimango and Ditokwe, for example? Is it that much of an upgrade? Are they giving you any different, really? We haven't changed anything in the mid, but is Frosla, Quinica, okay, versus Quinica is a big one, but is Frosla Solomon's that different? Cross at times later on in the game, is he that much different from Santi and Dove, for example, late in games? Chiefs is next. It looks like you need another 15. Velile says, with the armband might be too heavy for Marta. I don't think he deserved it to begin with, but who else? You know, we had this conversation also during the week. I said, I think the problem with modern football is that they're taking locker room captains and they're making them pitch captains. And I think Chiefs doesn't have a pitch captain. Chiefs doesn't have a person who's going to be the personality on the pitch. I use the example of Roy Keane, of Steve Adams, of those type of players who can grab players and say, guys, on the pitch, I need you guys to 1, 2, and 3. There we go. There we go. Chiva. Oh, Chiva. That's more like it, man. Stop dropping back. Chivavaro is an opportunity there, still muscling that defense. Martin Castillo not bringing anything to the team. We need Vilakazi, Blom, and Dupreez. I think when Blom is in, the difference is we know he's a DM. The rest roles are all over the place. Well, Tabang, Blom was playing like an 8 last time we saw him. I think that's why they took him out. He was playing like an 8. Why are Chiefs getting so many yellows? Steve seems to be enjoying himself and somehow that doesn't sit well with me. Master GD. The guy who started our trophy drought. Miguel must take the captain's armband, says McManny. Cyril says, what a miss. Chiefs is going to get a red card. Hey, say that, please, man. Don't say that. Chief needs to believe in himself more. He will get a second goal, says Bafana. Okay, let's see. Sereno, relax, the boy. You don't need to play Sundowns by yourself, buddy. You really don't need to play Sundowns by yourself. I think Serena in this game is just sad, man. Oh, Superman. Like, it's okay to pass the ball, my guy. You're not going to dribble them all and score. He's bringing on Shalulile. Okay, I was not expecting that. And I understand Zwane coming off. Ribeiro's going to go into the 10. But who's coming off? Is he taking? He's taking off Ribeiro. Is he taking off Ribeiro? Ay, Mangoba. No, it's not emotional. It's not emotional. I can't be very emotional. Guys, why is Ribeiro coming off? Mangoba. Yeah, I would also be sad. How is he going to get a second goal if he doesn't get balls? Exactly, Tyler. You're worrying me a lot when you say, there we go. I know that you took Kendrick. You know, Mangoba did a similar thing when they were playing versus Gallants, and it opened up the second half. He did a similar thing. Maybe our coach is frustrated now. Are you not happy that Ribeiro's off? The Chiefs fan in me is happy, but then the football fan in me is like, Mara, why would Mangoba do that? He did something, I'm telling you, he did something similar when you guys played the Gallants. And Gallants had the time of their lives in the second half. He once made an error, lost 2-1 to Chiefs. Can the rest of persisting? Serena's acting like a bitter ex. Ngati bamdampile manje uchizosibonisa. Yeah, I agree. Watch Allender start going into the game. Ribeiro is not happy at all. I wouldn't be happy either. Guys, Zwane suffocates Ribeiro. Oh. Yeah. Oh, Williams swearing at the guys. Told you guys about Castillo's head, man. Castillo's a good header of the ball. They just never play the balls. Rather have Castillo be an 8 and make late runs with Ranga. Ooh, watch the counter. Watch the counter. He's going to lose the changing room. Mangoba. First mistake by Mangoba. Agent, I don't know, eh? I was expecting Zwane comes off. Ribeiro plays 10. I want Ribeiro in 10 with Reynolds and Matthews. This game would be 4-1 very quickly. 4-1 very quickly. According to my opinion, it was too early for substitution. Velile says sometimes coaches can amaze you. Sereno behaves like a breadwinner, says McManny. Kaizer says that's true, bro. You can't play both Zwane and Ribeiro. No, they suffocate each other. The truth of the matter is that Ribeiro can't play as a 9 or a wing. So even last season with Rulani, okay, used him a little bit better, but even last season, Ribeiro can't play with Shalulile and Zwane. He just can't. It's not something he can do, unfortunately. But I like that 3. Nazo. Well, one of that 3 of Reynolds, Matthews, Ribeiro. That thing is dangerous. Oh, unlike him, too. It's not open yet, guys. 25,000 likes. Castillo with the head is deadly. You're saying the same thing about Castillo you said all last season. Hi, Tawag. At least somebody knows that I'm not making these things up as I go along. Hi, guys. Pushcast, I'm telling you. You see, if Chiefs say they need to take Sereno out, this is what I'd do. Take Sereno out, let Castillo go into the 10, and then maybe put in Blom to be next to Mart. Then what you do is then you play pure helicopter, because Ranga is an aerial threat, Castillo is an aerial threat. Maybe bring in Mashiane to cover Cross so that Cross can go forward and put in a ball. Then you just play it like that, honestly speaking. Here's another one I understand. Is Dupree's really going to play on the wing? Umfundo nae, they're going to be playing high balls to Umfundo. Watch, high balls to Umfundo. What happened last time when Umfundo came on the last game? They started playing high balls. Serena acts like Zamo from Skimsa. Okay, Bomba. Because says Mangova can show plumber tendencies unprovoked. Bogani says, will Villa save us? I don't think so. Tua says, but improved Kaizer Chiefs overall. The fact that Sundowns is not out of sight says a lot. Serge says, Dupree's for counter-attack speed. True, but where are you going to play him? You know what's frustrating about Dupree's when he's not playing striker? Look at where he starts his runs. He's fast, but he starts his runs so deep that by the time he's looking at the ball, the defender's there already. Look at the high balls. Guys, please watch the high balls. Yeah, no, Mfundo's not needed. I agree, Velili. He wasn't needed in this game. Push. Exactly. Done, Tyler. Ashton Ranga, ball over the top tactic. Maybe he runs into the box like... No. I'm saying, Tawang, I like Dupree's on the pitch. I just don't like where they make him start running. So if you're not with your defender and beating them with... Like, for example, Reynolds lines up with the last defender so that his pace makes sense. But if you're bringing on Dupree's to make him defend and then make him run from deep, you take away his pace. And it goes back to the question that I'll ask. Do you want him there if... There we go. Okay. Dupree's work there. Chiefs had a chance there. Dupree's through, beat the defense through, and then just couldn't finish it. And the follow-up from Ranga couldn't go in either. Oh, Mangoba. Play 4-3-3 and high balls, you see. No, I get you, Serge, but look at where Dupree's was. I like where he is there. Normally what they do is they make him go back. So if Sundown starts pressing us, Dupree's is going to become a defender, and I'm going to be really angry. You get me? I'm going to be really angry. But no, that was a great move. I eat my words. Nazo, calming down the game. Look, calming down the game. This is what Sundowns does well. Calming down the game. There we go. Rapasa now Ralinoka, because it was too high. Chiefs had the thing. Chiefs was on the ascendancy in the game. They had the thing with them. They were playing the momentum. So you just calm it down. Don't need to do too much. Yes, Serge, you don't need to do too much. Sixes and sevens. Look at them. They're waiting for a slip. The moment somebody slips, they're going to take it. Offside. That's why you don't bring Shasha. Let me not speak too much about Ushasha. That's why you don't bring Shasha into the game. That's why. What just happened there? I get it, people aren't pushing. 35, agent. Guys, tap the screen to 25. Then I'll let everybody get a minute or two in so that we can speak. Chiefs are like a donut, nice outside, hollow in the middle, useless midfield. As such. Away. Another offside, wasted opportunities. Now Sundowns is not gonna play either. I think Coach Mangoba just shot himself in the foot. Let me be kind. I'm gonna be kind and let Thailand agent in. Let me be kind. Hello, my brother. Welcome.
Yeah.
What do you see? What do you see?
I think we've been saying the same thing over and over, OT. Marked in the middle of the park at Castillo. It's like mixing oil and paraffin. They're not communicating. Even in their build-ups, when you check their build-ups, they build it up from the back. But you check in the middle, there is no one to receive the ball. Even when Castillo is availing himself, he passes it back. He makes a negative pass instead of turning and look for a Sereno, a Duba on the right-hand side.
Yeah.
And also, I think there is a problem between Frosler and Duba. I saw the coach try to change that and put Sereno in there to try to assist Frosler, because he understands that there is that gap that is caused by Frosler when he jumps to make a tackle. Then that forces Miguel to cover for Frosler. Then there's that gap now that is being exploited by Sundowns. But I think in the first half, in the first 20 minutes, they tried to keep a shape. And it worked for 25 minutes. And the way I see it, Chiefs is becoming a 25 minutes team.
Yeah.
Where they play very well in the first 25 minutes. Everyone knows what to do. Everyone knows how to defend. Everyone knows how to attack. But then they lose it. After that, they lose it. You like, what is happening here? So that boils down to lack of experience within the team, and also the issue of fitness. They need to look at that. Ranga is playing exceptionally well for me in this game. He's the man of the match. If Chiefs could draw this game. Sundowns, they're not really the Sundowns we know. I think the coach has done a pretty good job in isolating certain areas of Sundowns, because they are not playing. Because I thought the middle of the park, they will utilize it, they will overload it. Yes, they do, but they are not utilizing that. They're using the wingers. Hence, you find Cross always found wanting, and they understand that the dropping of Duba and this one has to jump, and that leaves the space. They understand that very well, and they planned against that. Hence the second goal.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I think Chiefs needs to really work on.
I just wanted to ask you, what do you make of Coach Mangoba's substitutions? Because this is maybe another game we've seen where they've broken down.
Yeah. Now I think when OT, this is, to me, this game is giving a clear picture of Sundowns going forward, right? As much as they are winning here, but there are certain weaknesses we just spotted on the coach's side and the technical side of his Sundowns. I think in this game, they really needed Tebogo Mokwena. They really needed Motaung. They needed big players, with big heart. They're not Sundowns that you know. It means when you plan against them tactically, and you are tactically disciplined, as Chiefs have done in the first 20, 40 minutes, they will struggle this season. They will really struggle. And we've seen that against Stellis. They really struggled. I was happy when Chiefs score. I wanted to see if they would be able to have a capacity to come back, which they did. So I think Castillo and Mart, huge problem there in the middle of the park. That's the problem with Chiefs. And the Sereno dropping down and Duba dropping down is a huge problem for Chiefs. So if they could fix those things, Chiefs could be also a deadly force. But I think also coach had just the last one. I think this game needed a Dupree in the first half. You didn't need Dube there. You really didn't need him. Yeah, thanks, OT.
Okay. Let me go to Agent. 2-1. It's still 74th minute. How do you feel about the game?
Manqoba has blood on his hands if we draw this game. This is criminal. In the words of Paul Lesson, this is criminal. Yeah, what nonsense is this? Like, it doesn't make sense in a bit. And even now, we are taking Tesh out.
Doesn't make sense.
First things first, the starting lineup. We've been playing well without Roswani. Why bow down to the pressure? That's the first thing, And okay, fine, you made a mistake, right? Can you correct it now with the substitutions? Because that's what substitutions are for, to correct, right? And I felt that we are harsh on Manqoba for the substitutions against Gallants, because for me it was a case of you have to give the boys a run, and they are, what do you call it? There's a game that we have ahead, so you have to protect certain individuals, and others need that engine to be started. So I'm fine with those substitutions, right? It is this game that I'm like, you see, now OT is right now. You've made OT right, because how do you take out Ribeiro? This is the one player that can make something out of nothing when Zwane is not around. If you take both of them out, so basically we've killed the creativity in the team. Because now we don't have any thinkers. Mudiba is a thinker, but is a full-back thinker. He's not a midfield thinker. What makes Mudiba tick is when there's Ribeiro there who's going to help him carry the load, So poor substitution, right? And then, excuse me.
Can I just ask you, just before you get into Peter, I think the substitutions for me, the issue with the substitutions is, it feels as though when Coach Manqoba makes substitutions, it's almost like an overconfidence thing. Like, guys, we've wrapped it up, because what tends to happen is the structure goes away. Even now, I saw Allende chasing a center back right now, pressing a center back, and they take away that structure. Is it maybe that thing, or he thinks that the game is done, so he's like,
that last game, it was a case of the game is done. This case is a case of stupidity. I'm sorry for strong words, but it's a case of real stupidity. Because the game is tied to 1. Chiefs has had the better goal threats than us in the second half. And even if you can see, I think we're closing the shop. We're going to be defending. And when we're defending, we still want to need an attack. Who's gonna pick up Reyners when we're in this low block? Who's going to be doing that, And again, you have dropped Umurena to the other side. When I would have thought that you'd rather bring Umutiba there because you have brought in Kulisi. Then let Morena and the Rainers be there up top, instead of them playing the fullback position, so that they still have a threat. Because now if we're sitting back, we're inviting Chiefs in, and even if we win the ball, we don't have a threat going forward. Right? So it's a case of, like I said, this is not a game of Peter Lily. It's Shalili going to score even if there's no keeper in the penalty box, in the penalty post. No. Even if we can give Peter a ball in front of the penalty box, penalty post, and there's no one there, he will score. So is this the game to bring in Peter? If you want a goal threat, why not bring in Omaseko or Kodisan? Kodisan played well, right?
Yeah.
And back to Chiefs. Again, substitutions. They are appalling also. I don't get how we're taking out Shabalala. I think Shabalala has been one of the better players. I don't get, yes, we may not like Marit, but I don't get why you're bringing out Marit instead of Castillo. And you're bringing Umfundo. Umfundo is not necessary. You are seeing that Sundowns is struggling with pace and physique of Oranga. Why not bring on Christian Saile to supplement him?
And they've just taken Rana off for Saile.
So it's very frustrating, And like you're saying, Ashley then should be the man up top. Why are you bringing him to be the man there? you know. And again, Samkelo Zwane has been playing better the past 2 games. Why is Mpule Mod, who haven't, I don't know, maybe I might be wrong, but I haven't seen Mpule Mod playing the past 2 games. Why are you bringing him ahead of Samkelo Zwane? So I think it's not just the players that are playing the occasion and not the game. Also, the coaches are playing the game, not the occasion. They're making schoolboy errors, both sides, you know. And if you look at the way the team are, if Chiefs had remained the way they are without substitutions, they were going to score. But they also have made the wrong sub, so I don't even know whether there's any goal in this game anymore. You know, but at least the one thing that I did say about Chiefs was stay in the game. Don't be desperate. You can go for the last 10 minutes, and then that's when you can go for a goal. I think that's one thing that I would applaud them for. You know, but yeah, I'm disappointed with the coaches. Thanks.
Okay. Let me go to Shamase. Shamase, how are you seeing the game? Welcome. I'm stressed, man.
Hey, mangoba, sometimes I'm a game nje. Uzosibulala, hayi, ama-substitutes akhe are killing us. Because it says Turner, like, we're chasing the game now. You can't take out umuntu or challenge a team ufaka umuntu oyodefend. Like in ama alternatives akhe lawa okushintsha abadlali from ama positions abo. Mina Modiba is better we left back. And then fanele aqede ne-pride yakhe abuyise umkwena because unevalue yokuthi ayi emagamini amakhulu we won't survive because he's too slow. Mese siyabuya size kunapi udlala igame enhle on the week, why engasambuyiseli uBlom, why engamfaka uSamkelo? Like uModi mina is no good for me. uBlom should have started the game, uSamkelo Zwane, and then uShabalala alandele emva kwe-strike. But what all coach bethu are doing, sometimes they shock iwe how come singanabo abadlali abakanje? Because you know this le youth Chiefs have a lot of potential ukuthi ngayenza ushintsho olukhulu to this team ekhona currently.
But then see Louis Sanjani, because mina when I look at the Chiefs, it's the same issues, Mara Shamas. I don't know if it's just me, Mara. Where's Fanela? And then you look at the Sundowns, no rulani at times we used to complain I'm a substitute waki. Coach man, just maybe if you can think about it, but our games is too much for them.
I think all coach bethu they overthink a game. Despite ukuthi outcome izothini, they overthink and then make some bad decisions. Because njengamanje like for me uNibeno bengangimkhipha, I would have taken him out. Ngoba uNibeno uyayi-challenge i-Chiefs ukuthi ayihlale back. Now i-Chiefs open ya-attacker, into ibingasayenzi. Uzokhipha uNibeno, uzokhipha umshishi, u-expecteni. And Shalulile udinga ukuthi athi ukuthola i-loan azophaphama because since last season he never did nothing good for the team. He wound up like nayo uManqoba is gonna kill himself ngalento yokufuna ukushintsha i-team ibe right to what he's doing at the moment.
Okay, no.
I don't.
No, Karen. Yeah, no, I'm saying just the last one there.
Like what I'm trying to say, a chameleon football was our best tactic, and people didn't understand it properly. But man, we want to put transaction, of which a transaction people, a lot of the teams do a transaction football. Chameleon football, like players, they get warm and they get cold. And that's where you attack them when they're cold. Now we're having that problem now.
Hey, no, Shamase, for time's sake. Guys, it's the 83rd minute. Subs have been made. 2-1 still to Mamelodi Sundowns. Look, this is my thing. Here's my thing. Some of the decisions you don't understand. And I remember after the game that Sundowns played versus Gallants, what I said was, I think the changes that Coach Mangoba made opened that game up. At a time when you should be consolidating, you close it down, you hit on the counter. That's how you should be looking at this game, right? And when he made those subs last time, it felt as though he was just letting people run onto the pitch so that they can just, they can just go, man, run and have some fun. Yeah, play game. But all of a sudden, Gallants, I think, did they hit the post? Gallants is hitting the post. They're making Williams save. Konama penalty. What? Can that be sustainable? And I said, it might be some alarm bells that are ringing now because you're like, Marakush Mangoba, what's going on? And you hope that it's something, you are hoping that maybe it's something that happens once off. But now he's killed the game effectively for Sundowns. You see, if Sundowns still had Ribeiro on the pitch, they still had Ribeiro on the pitch, and they hadn't brought on Chalulile, and they kept Matthews and Matthews and Reyners. This is 4-0. This is 4-1. Because Chiefs is going for the goal. I said at halftime, Chiefs is going to be chasing a goal, and that's going to open up the bag. And you need somebody who's got the keys. Who's got the keys? It was Ribeiro. He works well with Reyners. He works well with Matthews. So now what you've done effectively is you're going to be defending for the rest of this game. They've defended. Ever since Ribeiro came off the pitch, they've been defending. I think Agent was the one who said we even had more chances, or Chiefs even had more chances. When it comes to Chiefs, why is Mfundo on the pitch? Why are you bringing Mfundo in now and taking off your Rangas, who's been incredible for the whole game, pressurizing that defense, being physical with that defense? Sundowns is about to go into defensive mode. So they're gonna allow you to have the ball and hold the ball and do all of those fancy things. But if you can't put pressure on them, then there's a lot. Like, I think that's what irritates me. And I can see Nabi's angry because maybe he expects something different from the players right now. But what we've seen from Chiefs over the past 2 games is very simple. They're a 25-minute team. 25 minutes of the most incredible football that we've seen as Chiefs fans for the past 9 years. At the end, now is where, man. And to go back to Coach Mangoba, I see you guys speak about Mangoba there in the comments. To go back to him, very simple formula, this thing. You have to have an attack. Even if you're going to consolidate and defend, you have to have an attack. It stops their players from pushing forward. It stops their players from it stops them from gaining that confidence. And you have to think about the return. Now, Sundowns is doing something I've never seen them do. This type of defending, Tibang and go Sundowns. I don't know. What also happens after he subs, they lose their concentration and their discipline. And they start doing weird things. Allende is now running up front. This one is now running that side. That one is now doing this. That one is now. Everybody's just doing what they want now. And that's how you concede and draw games like this. Unfortunately, Bo Gallants couldn't take advantage. But anyway, let me see who's here. Nazo? What is that? Ah, cross. What was that? 014. 87th minute, can Chiefs get a point here?
Ziakala Naturena. Ziakala. Mr. Otsi, I thought Mangoba was not going to be naive and try and defend. I didn't think he would. But I can see now he's trying to defend, which is pretty disappointing from my perspective, right? But I told you the Chiefs can come back once they get their attack on. Once they get this Dupria boy on. Once they get all their pacey wingers, your Saile on, they'll create a lot of chances. It's just been about getting the ball behind the net. This Mfundo's been here. He's playing in that 10 role. He's playing in that half 8 that we always like to talk about. And he's not afraid. It's the confidence that I love. But I'm very disappointed in the fact that they were not clinical. I'm very disappointed in the fact that they were not clinical. The chances that they created, it should be 3-2. It could have been back. I'm telling you. And I hate Chiefs. But I'm very unbiased when it comes to football. I'm very unbiased when it comes to pure football. And honestly, I'm very disappointed that they were not clinical. They could have been back. In terms of Mangoba, also very disappointed at the fact that he chose to defend. he's risking. He's risking with a very unpredictable Chiefs side. He's risking. Look at all these chances you're creating. This is a Chiefs side that's very unpredictable. Buffett's all their star boys, and you're defending. That's risky. That's risky. But I'm very disappointed.
What do you think the motivation for Mangoba is? Because, you know, in my pre-match stuff, I'd spoken about how Sundowns doesn't defend. They defend by possession. They defend Kahul Noka. What is making them want to now change and become? Why are they now a defensive team? What do you think Mangoba's trying to get to here?
I'm also very surprised. You know, I was looking at some clips of the famous Golden Arrows that won the top 8. Mangoba was conservative, right? Yes, he was a bit conservative, but he was not really defensive. Hence, you know, I've always spoken about the identity of Sundowns is not really going to change with Mangoba. I don't understand. Maybe it's something new that he's trying out to hold on for some points, but it's very un-Sundowns-like. You know, at the end of the day, it's very un-Sundowns-like. But football is football. Coach knows what he's trying. I guess maybe, like I'm saying, he sees that this is a Chiefs side that's very unpredictable with very amazing players going forward. Maybe he thinks if I risk it, we'll lose. But very disappointing from Chiefs not being clinical. I'm very disappointed.
Let me bring in Sinja. Sinja, 2-1. How do you feel about this game? Welcome.
Alala, I'm back. Listen, I think now we are seeing that Chiefs is not as fluid as Sundowns, and I think and the players with Chiefs are not as fit with game fitness as Sundowns are. I think that's where the difference comes in.
Yeah.
One thing I can say, I think Blom has just solidified for me why he should be the main spinal cord of Kaizer Chiefs. If you look at the controlledness of our midfield ever since his arrival with that has given Castillo, how many shots has Castillo had on that Rowan Williams has made from Castillo? And the reason is that because now there's someone that is the spinal cord with Chiefs. And I think Narbi needs to get a fit Blom as soon as possible. So the fitness team needs to do its job when it comes to Blom. I think now we see that we will need Blom big time. Now my other problem is the officials, let alone the offside. Now let's look at that handball. Why was Chiefs not awarded a penalty? Because that was a clear handball. But they're acting as if nothing happened. Now we have to watch extra time with Ungobo to see that was a penalty. Where are the eyes? Where are the eyes? Lastly, Rowan Williams, I think he is the main difference between today's game. I think he is a showstopper. I think he is a goalkeeper worthy of the accolades that are due to him. He is the difference between the score line of today's game. I think without him, this would have turned out differently. That man really pulled out some incredible saves that could have made this game turn left, right, and center. Otherwise, Masatawana, I'm happy for them. I like Mangoba. He's one of my favorite coaches, so I'm not too worried with this loss. Otherwise, we knew if we lost him, they would have fired Mangoba. But otherwise, let me keep quiet.
Okay. Let me go to Austin Tabi. 2-1. We won as well.
Ha ona taba nna ka pela mahlo ka okay ke a bona re letse draw le bona ene bafana second half wa bona ne ba performa hantle ba se ba relaxitse ne se ba sa etse ntwe ne ba etsa first half ene se re sa tsebe hore na ho etsalang Sundowns dutse e le yona e hlaselang Chiefs but no tjenana ba etsa mosebetsi wa bona ba batla equalizer empa fela o hana go kene goal we are so proud le bona wa bona ha Sundowns se bapala defending football o tsebe go ba tshwere hantle because Sundowns has a clapper e defender mang kapo mang ba kampa ba pressa ba etsang which means Nabi utla hantle defenders Chiefs a dule fatshe ha ntse re tlo bapala le bona re tla bona hore next time hape re bapala le bona aba fe Nabi chance Nabi o etsa mosebetsi o motle ke ba bapala no tse second half ba phodile ba hatella hantle ka kelello tse imametseng even if re lose itse bona because of that coach ha re tsebe ha ona taba mara nna ke thabile ka bafana go fitlela mona.
Okay, Osintabi. Let me go to Prampo. Prampo, kia game ya fela. 2-1 to Sundowns. How do you feel?
That why I'm the happiest. You understand?
Yeah.
Now I can sit down and talk about Chiefs. When was the last time you see under this siege, under this pressure? When was the last time? Now we can see I can tell
what's
you.
Happening?
Give us 6 games. After Jericho SAFA down, there is a serious problem. Somebody else are muter. And actually, we are supposed to at least go 4 goals. We were supposed to score. Debris.
No, but wait, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with that goal? What's wrong with that? Guys.
No.
Sorry, we scored a goal, but then they said offside or foul. What are they saying?
Check up, it's free. I'm not offside and next.
Replay, ball played in. No one's offside at the kicking of the ball. Or what are they saying? There was a touch. Guys. Anyway, Brampo, hey.
I told you, God, this referee, that is like a referee mo. Sometimes I raise or what a clear goal. Get a clear goal. You check slow. I understand. No, that is like a referee. Straight.
Hey, Brampo.
What do I get? Uncle everything the juice. What I wanna say, you understand? But now today, from last year complainer, we got a team, guys. We got a team now. This is our team. We got a team. Sundowns second leg against sharp. I guarantee you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Brampo. Let me go to Kumo. 2-1 win for Sundowns.
Yeah, as expected, Marantwele also offside, yes, Mara, like it was a push from the back, still in Yokobalabala. Our guys, you love victimhood, eh? But anyway, it's fine.
Is this you guys saying this? Is this you guys saying this? Kumo, how did you win your 2 games versus Chiefs last year? Just by the way, there were 2 games within sake.
Only big teams which are Chiefs, which are Sundowns and Pirates, always benefit. Now you can complain because 3 points won't make a difference in your lives. All I'm just saying.
Hey, Mara. Kumo, how did you feel about the game?
It was nerve-wracking, especially now. So get equalizer. What happened? You know? Honestly, I have to comment Chiefs, man. This is a different Chiefs side. Everyone like Nabi is a quality coach, but unfortunately, you guys do not have the personnel. You don't have game changers. So I saw what you tried to do, Dupree, but honestly, Otaga Dupree, because you think you're gonna overwhelm Morena, that's like and those tackles that he made, those ones, guys. Last week you were so excited you got 3 goals about that SAB League. Goalkeeping and not a total Ballon d'Or nominee between the sticks. Proper goalkeeper. Ne? Okay, fine, guys. I'm gonna start respecting Mfundo Vilakazi. Shame that boy. His arrogance towards the ball. Come on, I can see the fast. Quarter that feel his game stigma ya. But anyway, 10 long years before the cow. Always bragging about your cow. You play ish and your team is ish. Nabi won't help you in. I'm just saying, hi, Kalawano group will shop, guys.
Hi, let me go to Stemi. So, Stefano, welcome. How are you?
Man. Hey, what's it? You. It's a song, yazi. It's a song, guys. Yazi. I feel it. I'm telling you, you're supposed to win this game. And then now you allow people to come back to the game. They realize what they can score goals against. Next. These people, listen, I will always say this. Listen, I can't wait to go Orlando. This Sundowns here, I can't wait to go Orlando. This one is not coached. The players took responsibility today. Uribelo, what's this Zwane? They took Matthews. They took responsibility. Otherwise, because of Petala. And then Nabi, angazi noma Nabi akalibuki ini Paul. Unabi does not think like a coach of Unuguina. Come on, Fetu. Nabi, umkipelani ke manje lo Sirino Fetu. Umkipelani umdu. Why you keep on it's not easier today. But it Chiefs, they made the wrong substitution. Donale Vilakazi Obrigado, well done to that boy. Those passes were Kawashaya to do that Spansula. Well done to the boy, he's good. For the first time in Bona, who's this guy? Oh, in Zuru Ronan Williams, Shama Silva Manning. Bingamazu, Guccialazi. Who's that guy? I give him cut. This guy way no alazi, but today we are Shama. Not Ranga, not Chiba. The other one, the one that thing alas just started, but today he was making Castillo man. I even called Bono Castillo good to get Bona. But guys, guys, please Kubeganji, Sizodala Nani guys. Sizodala Nani, but Miss Pazamisile, because tomorrow we are picking the way to number 1, Nas Pazamisa and Ayala and Bawina, but then it's fine. So we are again to number 1 tomorrow. So Sharama Cool would be number 1 because in Anfunos we are number 1. This was supposed to be a win, and then we go to Dep and tomorrow we win, we go back to the top. But guys, to Chiefs, well done, guys. I don't talk about referees, but today we're on repeat. I'm not the one to talk about referees, but that goal there, the last goal, that was a goal, guys. As good to touch in line men dapa. That's why I've been pointing my pole. Why if it is much room okay. But well done, guys. Nidalile bafethu. Nidalile send team nyana. Uplom next game must akaqala dlala uplom. Akwazi ukuthi enze lesasesibulesana dlala. And to mangoba mnqithi, lalela baba. Uyamdinga uMotaung, uthanda ungathandi. Those players will show you ukuthi uMotaung uyamdinga futhi umkwena. If lento yakho uzokubhiza ufuna ukuphanisha abadlali, uzolimala. Isanders ayina muntu la swing today. Ichiefs yethu ayibizozenzela nje. Uma ngoba ngithi nimtshela ukuthi ngithe uyamdinga uMotaung, uyamdinga umkwena. Well done guys. Nisibuse game emnandi. Thank you guys.
Mtakaba Velile, welcome to the show.
Hey Bafo.
Uyibona njani game Bafo?
Hey, ayikazi bebuhlungu kanye inhliziyo yami ngathi ngibukela ibhakabhaka ngenxa nje ye-substitution kaManqoba. Jehova. Abona amakhulu nge-own goal iyo ke leyana. And lento ingicabangisile lana ukuthi yabona kahle kahle uManqoba is not a modern coach. He's one of those old coach njengabo Gavin Hunt. And I was doubting that, but even the substitutions awakhe angiprovele lokuthi no. Is one line yabo Gavin Hunt nabo Owen Dagama. He hasn't learned the modern football. I think that's why maybe I let her for shows because with him and Ukompela, if I'm a true Sundowns fan, I wouldn't be happy going to CAF looking like that. Because that's where gonna be a real competition whereby you're gonna be attacked. Unabi ubayekile in terms of like putting in the right players who've got pace but already. If we fundile i-game, we could say ukuthi okay, Chiefs was lacking good. Before even as was alethe uMotaung Manqoba, you should have capitalized on that because uMotaung usebenchini, you knew once uMotaung comes in, i-block i-defense yabi izoba more stable. As you have seen uMotaung ukuthi udlale kanjani mangena, how many chances has he cleared and one-on-one that battles that has won uMotaung. So yeah, what a beautiful game. I have a referee uyazi ngekhuluma mina ukujabula kuyashintshana. Hayi leyo angazi ngekhuluma ngoba ngiyazi ukujabula ngihleka futhi la yathi ngi-entertain leyo vele sekuyinto into yala ekhaya sijwa. Look at the third game, but I think the Sundowns man some khona kusamele kulungise khona okushodayo. If uzoqala emuva, look at the 2 games that they've lost against Stellenbosch and their first game year league, and with this one no, they still need to go back to the drawing board. Angazi ngizoxabana no-agent kuloko, but ayi coach wabo no. That's why you no. Ngeke ngamkhumbula lo hambile kancane when it comes to the second half ukuthi yabo lo hambile ama-substitute bekaze washaya la kule game. Kuba ushaya amanye enzima ka. Maye lawo siwajwayele vele ukuthi bakuthiwa hey kumele uvimbe ufake ama-defender. Hayi no cha. On this one no ayivambulela. ungizwisa ubuhlungu nami like right ngizwa ubuhlungu.
Mara for time, Zongera, guys. For those who are new, please follow. Monday, 7 p.m. We'll talk about what we saw here properly and break down the games. This is just to get the last few words in. Tyler, 2-1 win for Mamelodi Sundowns. How do you feel?
I'm happy with how Chiefs apply themselves in the last 10 minutes plus 5. They really played well, put Sundowns under pressure. And you can see what we have been saying, OT, that Sundowns, as time goes by, with the style of play Mangoba is applying, some other teams are going to put him under pressure. He has degraded this team. I'm sorry, agent, but you can see it for yourself. He has degraded this team. Sundowns is known for control in the middle of the park. You can see the Ule Nduka, number 40, the Sundowns is very slow. And Chiefs put players that are attack-minded, Abo Modi, Abo Saile, Kutie, yes, Abo Shabalala, whom he played very well, that boy. So Kutia was very slow, and Allende was also, tired a bit. So Chiefs could find pockets in between the defense, in between them. They are lucky that Chiefs didn't capitalize. So it's just frustrating to watch Sundowns playing the way they do, and the substitute that is made horrible. They didn't read the game. As for Chiefs, okay, back to Sundowns again. Mudau versus Morena. I see people are saying yes. He needs Mudau. He needs to put him in, but you need to understand the player profiles, because Morena, when you go up, he gives you a lot of width. He gives you the crosses in the box, which is what the style of Umangoba. That's the style of football he plays. So you need both of them, but you just need to know when do you use them. At which part of the game you can utilize both of them. Shiva Viro played exceptionally well. Both games, Sundowns, in last game they played, and now 82 minutes upwards, they're not playing very well. Their football just drops. So Mangoba just degraded this team, honestly, guys. Thank you, OT.
Thanks, Tyler. Let me go to Agent. Agent, 2-1 win to Mamelodi Sundowns. How do you feel about the game?
Degraded. As a funny, what they keep to Cairo, Morocco, I did, what 2-1. We see a green thing there, W. That's all that matters. What analysis? No, those ones I'll leave to Abu Junior and others. I'll see them on Monday. And it's funny, very funny that Sundowns has been degraded, and yet me and I, and you and I, and you, we agree that Sundowns benefited against Chiefs last season. So what's wrong? It's our time to benefit. We benefit against Chiefs. It's a birthright. There's a new Sundowns coach must benefit against Chiefs before we can recognize you, because they've been benefiting. So guys, let's benefit. And people are not talking about the second red card. You were supposed to get red card. That was not real. That was dangerous play. But I'm not interested in the ref. Those who are interested in the ref, Sunnyside Police Station is free and open. 10111 is the number that you can call. If you don't have time, I'll give you one. So it's fine, we won. But on the balance of play, I think Chiefs deserved something out of this game, I feel like they were the better side in the second half. They deserve at least a point, but in life you don't always get what you deserve, and that's the unfortunate part about life, and for those that say we're unlucky, like is but an accident that happens to the competent. We're competent in the phases that we need to do. Too much English for them. I'm sorry, man. No, but do understand. But I feel like Sundowns used the opportunities to score and they scored. Chiefs had ample opportunities, but they didn't score them. That's the difference between champions and top 10 team, you know. So I think, all in all, I can say Chiefs have done well. We can see the steps, and I'll see on Monday. His substitutions are not great. For today and tomorrow, I'm just happy that we won, and 100% record is on, you know. And lastly, guys, I just wanted to say to those who are disappointed, I know, continue to be disappointed, Sheme. Personally, we don't care. Personally, we don't care. Whether Chiefs were deserving or what, or they were supposed to win, personally, we don't care. Whether Chiefs should have gotten a goal or what, personally, we don't care. Whether it was an offside, personally, we don't care. Whether we cancel the goal or, and you know, books is not a goal, personally, we don't care. You know, whether you have won 2-1 in the books, personally, we simply don't care. You know, whether we won by offside, personally, we don't care. Yeah? Whether there's unsportsmanship, personally, we don't care. Yeah, until you return the Goldsman's Cup, that's when we'll care. But until
there
then,
it is.
cheers.
There it is. Ciao, ciao, Major. Let me go to TC. TC, welcome. How did you see the game?
Hey, George, how are you, man?
No, I'm good at you, my brother.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you
good,
perfectly.
yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, ne? So, I think the ghost of Joel Fire Masilela still exists even today, man. About almost 30 years later, they still exist. I'll start by saying this, man. Yo, that second half for me as a Sundown supporter, I was mortified, man. That was horrible. Like our substitutions, especially when we took out Ribeiro. That's the one I think I want to aim at perfectly, because that's where we lost impetus up front as Sundowns. It started to become a bit of a mess. Sundowns' midfield dominance was gone out the window. And I have to be fair and say, I think Kaizer Chiefs deserved a point. Chiefs outplayed us in the second half. In the first half, for the first 20 minutes, Chiefs outfought us, they outplayed us. But we started to ease into the game as Sundowns, slowly but surely, and the chances started to come. As much as the second goal, to me, I love Sundowns, man, but that was offside. That was a clear offside. In fact, I saw it, I saw it and I went on my phone thinking the ref is gonna blow. Then I just heard goal. I'm like, what? Then I tried to see, but it was a goal. So I think that one, obviously, we'll discuss on your show on Monday. The last thing I want to discuss for the sake of time is, you know, referees are ruining our league. Not just this game, but they're ruining our league. And the problem with us South African football supporters is that we focus on one team or two teams. If we only focus when it's Chiefs, Pirates or Sundowns playing and referees make mistakes. But if you think about it, and if you watch football generally in South Africa, you'll find that when Amazulu play Royal AM or Magurumo Gallants, the referees are as bad in those games as they are in this game. The ref in today's game was a disgrace. And one of the things I'm going to point out is that I remember a few years back, I think Man City were playing Liverpool at Anfield, and Pep Guardiola mentioned that they had a discussion with the ref before the game, where the ref said he's going to let go of what he can consider softer fouls. Now, I wonder if our refs do that, where they come out and actually speak to the coaches and the captains of the teams to say, guys, this is a big game, it's a tense game, it's a physical game. I'm going to be more lenient, I'm going to be more strict, and like just to go through the way, the approach of the match, pre-match, right? You see that in rugby a lot. The referees always call the captains and the coaches and they have like an approach that they discuss. I wonder if our referees actually do that, especially for big games like this, because my opinion on today's game, this ref gave away a lot of soft fouls. There were so many soft fouls that he gave away that you're like, but is that really a foul, or is just that someone bumped into someone and fell? Because at the end of the game, again, we will watch the highlights and talk about it. At the end of the game, those soft fouls he was giving, he gave against Chiefs. And that led to that goal being cancelled. So we need to be honest about our officiating. We need to be honest about our officiating, but not just for one team, two teams, three teams. Again, lastly, I have to say, well done to Kaizer Chiefs. I'm being honest. Well done to Kaizer Chiefs. I think the improvement is there for everybody to see. It's there for everybody to see. I think they need some players, and unfortunately the window is now closed, but obviously in January they'll have to have a look. But you can clearly see, I liked I liked a lot about Kaizer Chiefs today. Sirino, obviously. I like Shabalala. He was very good. Shishivaro, for me, I would give him the man of the match if I could. I would have made him my man of the match because he kept that Sundowns defense occupied. He bullied, he pushed, he fought. He did everything correct. I just felt maybe from a tactical point of view, I would have maybe at halftime taken out Duba, not because he was having a bad game, but I would have probably put Deprez in for the things that he did. Speed. Just for that pace, because Sundowns' defense does not have pace. So if you had Deprez in there maybe for 45 minutes, I think Chiefs would have probably got that equalizer eventually. But yeah, well, I guess we'll break everything down on Monday. I just wanted to give you my summary. Thanks, man.
No, TC, thank you so much, guys. The normal show is Monday to Thursday at 7 p.m. That's where we'll properly analyze these things. If you have not followed, please do me the favor of pressing that follow button. And we have a WhatsApp group where this is going to go on the whole night on the WhatsApp group. If you want to join that, you have to click join. If you're watching on YouTube, there's a link in my profile. Just look for YouTube community membership and you'll be able to join that side. Okay, my thoughts about this game are very simple. Firstly, I want to start here. Isn't it so nice, Chiefs fans, to end the game and you're discussing tactics and you're discussing fouls and you're not getting super emotional about how bad the team was? Let's start there. Number two, I think I liked the game. I liked the game quite a bit, but it played out a lot like we expected it to. Chiefs scores early. They've been a team now, 3 games now. We've seen that they find their feet very early in games. The only problem is that they can't see out the game. So that's the only thing. If they can fix that thing where they can control the game afterwards, then there's something. They get tired very quickly. That could be a fitness thing. That could be getting reused to the new system. But I love how they played at the beginning. I like the fact that Uchi Vavairo was told to go and be physical with the defense of Mamelodi Sundowns, because it's like, guys, Abolibusa have been having an easier time. If you watch any of the previous shows and any of the previous watch-alongs or whatever, we've always said the same thing, that Sundowns' defense is not that strong. It's just that they're not troubled that much. And some teams don't have the will to want to go and trouble them. Now, you shoot at them, you go at them hard, but you have to know that at the end of the day, you have to see out the rest of the game. And the rest of the game was how we pictured it. Chiefs is a 25-minute team. Sundowns couldn't finish off. Sundowns was going to control the game towards the end. The only problem that I saw with Mamelodi Sundowns is the substitutions that Coach Mangoba's done. Second game, where Coach Mangoba's come out and he's made changes that have broken down Sundowns. Sundowns versus Igalans did the same thing. They were 4-0 up. They go 4-1 because they allow Gallants to start playing. They break down. Gallants could have taken some chances there. It becomes it could have become a 4-4, for example. So Coach Mangoba is going to have to look out for that. I think taking out Ribeiro was the worst thing that you could have done, because I thought Tshwane was going to come off. Ribeiro could then be the 10 and dictate the transition, as he's been doing over the past 2 games. But he took them both out. He put on some people. They broke down. Anyway, that's fine. I don't want to speak too much about referees. I've never liked speaking about referees because if you watch any PSL game, you'll find the referees are the worst. You know, it just happens that sometimes they're against you and sometimes they're with you. So I don't want to speak too much about that. The one thing that I'm going to touch on is Chiefs. I think what's going to happen this season, and with us loving Kaizer Chiefs so much as fans right now, with them doing a lot of things right, they're going to have to learn that yes, the fans are there. Yes, they're fine. But you need to please control games. You run for 15 minutes, you run for 20, you run for 25 minutes, and you give your all, which is amazing. But then they don't have enough in the tank for the rest of the game. So they need to at least calm down and really control when and how they attack. Those opportunities that come and how they play versus those teams. I think that's what they need to look out for. I said at the beginning of the game that the one thing is Sundowns will not be affected by a big crowd. They've played against worse teams with bigger crowds, with more hostile crowds, right? What Chiefs, the players have to get used to is the spotlight is hot. And when the spotlight is hot, you want to run and there's more adrenaline and all of that stuff. We saw it with Sirino getting a yellow card. We saw it with a bunch of times where they lost their heads. People are getting yellow cards on the bench. The coach is making a noise and all of that stuff. We need to learn to calm down. And calming down also helps you control the game for the rest of it, where you're not using as much energy all the time and going in and doing all that. That is going to help Kaizer Chiefs going forward, right? Other than that, I really do love what Coach Nebi has done with Chiefs' attack. Our defense needs to be worked on. And I think our defense is getting killed by a system and not necessarily the players. These players have played the same way. We've seen Castillo and Mart, we've seen Tshwane and Mart, we've seen Tetwa and Mart, we've seen all of those people playing in the middle. We've seen different back fours. But now we need to find a system that works. I think nobody covers for each other. And it might be a situation where they feel as though that back four is so good that one-on-one cross will take it, Frosler one-on-one will take it. But the moment everything starts moving around, they move up and down and they lose their positions, and that's where our mistakes happen. So they really need to work on that defense. I think we're going to have a little bit of a break coming up soon, where Nabi can maybe work on that defense. But attacking, we are incredible. Mamelodi Sundowns, Coach Mangoba is showing that he's an old coach, especially in the second half. The substitution slowed Sundowns down. What Sundowns needed to do in that game towards the end was just hold the ball as they normally do. Hold the ball, play it around, knock it around, starve the other team of the ball, because there will come a time where that last minute goal is the goal. There will come a time where Gallants will hit the post. The 2 times they hit the post, they'll score one. They'll score a penalty. That's penalty they had, and it's going to be a little bit shaky for Mamelodi Sundowns. So I did say that the biggest difference between Sundowns and Chiefs is going to be who's going to be able to control the ball. Well done to Kaizer Chiefs. Even in the second half, they did show that they are there. They did show that they have they are available to play and do all of those things. But Sundowns did let us go a little bit there in the second half. Like I said at the beginning, to close it off, it's so nice to be speaking about Kaizer Chiefs and not be speaking about them Taungs. I haven't had one person that's commenting saying, hey, Kaizer, Bobby, Jessica. I haven't heard any of that, and that is incredible. It's so nice to be able to have tactical discussions, and it's very nice to see Kaizer Chiefs put Sundowns in a defensive posture for long parts of the game. So I think Nebi's going to be fine. I genuinely just think this game came a little bit too early for us, but we still played a very good game. But yeah, guys, I think I'm going to close it there. Please support. Please support the channel, support me, support the content that I drop, and also watch the games with me. If Chiefs, Pirates, or Sundowns are live, I will be here. We will be doing this because there aren't many places where we can do these type of things. Guys, I'm looking at the time. I have to go. I can't be here the whole time. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you to those who commented. Thank you to PK Moshikaro. Thank you to Ndofas Tembiso and Khafwane for the gifts on that side. Follow if you have not followed, guys. I promise you, this is an incredible place. And join the WhatsApp group. In the WhatsApp group, there's no time cuts. There we go, 24 hours. It's an incredible place to learn and talk and banter and do all of those things about football. Guys, I'll see you then next time. Bye, everyone.